Hello everybody, welcome back to Temtem. Let's check out Saipark. We have, so we have Ouroboros. 65% spawn rate is pretty rough and only 2 times Luma rate. These developers hate me. I'm gonna go for that over Chameleon. So we are gonna go farm that in the cave. That's how we're gonna start today. Let's head on over there. You guys can do your Saipark farm alongside me, because why not? Can you get in this side? I actually do not remember. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. No matter what Luma spawns, we will take it. And then on top of that, gamers, basically, if it's quick, we are gonna go farm Smazy and other 600 plus feather radars, the expensive ones. Mit, I've got a Mit radar. I've got a Smazy radar. Smazy's one of my dailies. None of these are Ouroboros. This has me worried. I'm gonna get a different Luma today, but it's fine. You know, it's fine. Just got done with work. I'm doing the IRL live. Okay. Is Ouroboros in here? Because I'm really starting to doubt. Oh my god, am I in the right room? Am I even in the right room right now? Goodness gracious. There's one. 65% chance, you say? Maybe that is a telltale sign for what is to come. I'm going to limit myself to maybe like 2 to 3 hours, guys, for Luma hunting today. So, you know, buckle down, do what you need to do, grab a drink. We will be chain farming like this. It's going to be chilled. We're going to talk about all sorts of random things. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I will probably answer them. Breathing is a skill that you learn very early on in life. And mate, I am still struggling. Especially when talking. It's ridiculous. But I did want to get live today. I want to get live after every day of work. But yeah, sometimes like yesterday I was like, yeah, it's a Monday. What I'll do is I'll get some feathers. So I've got some feathers together. Now we've got enough for some radars. But now we can get some shinies. Morning. Hey, Brandon. How you doing, Mr. Man? What have you been playing? What have you been playing, Brandon? Let's see. What's Brandon's been playing? Brandon, are you the same Brandon that's on my friends list? Probably. Oh yeah, someone in the chat before I went live was like, what is up with people asking for all these free things? And I was like, well, I'm live streaming, come give me some free views. They loved it. I was comedy gold, mate. Definitely not just a shameless plug. It worked out so womanly, so perfectly timed to me pressing the go live button. But I think a lot of people in the game nowadays are Luma hunting, and Luma hunting with a live stream on is always so much more fun. The 2 times Luma rate is making it 1 in 1,000 basically. The usual rate is 1 in 2,000, so we got 2 times the odds. That's actually kind of low nowadays in Temtem. So last week we had a 4 times modifier. With the other Tem on right now is a 3 times modifier. Seeing the 2 times is a little bit pain. But I believe Chameleon is a 30 feather radar, whereas Ouroboros is a bit more. So I'm more inclined to indirectly save myself feathers. Someone like Ouroboros is not something I don't think I'd go out of my way to radar farm. So seeing it pop up inside Park's like, yep, I'll take it. Let's do it. Why not? So yes, Brandon, you are the same one. Who knows? There's a lot of Brandons out there, alright? And yeah, my brain don't remember second names too well. But you've been sick as all can be. Have you gotten a new job yet? How's that going? Also, you've been playing a legendary playthrough of Halo Infinite. I did that. Go watch the playthrough on my Facebook channel if you want. If you need to figure out how to do it, certain sections. It was so easy. Could do it in my sleep. Took me like 2 sittings. It was fun. I was really terrified of fighting these 2 bosses in a big open area, but it turns out if you like, I parked my car on a hill in a certain way and they didn't even come towards me. I just shot them with the car, like the car turret. They just couldn't figure it out. But yeah, you've also been with your homie Disney Speedstorm. Can always love that. I'm now taking a break from that game. I got every single achievement. You know, I maxed out that event. I'll probably maybe stream the game on like the last week of the event every time there is an event, so I can just get all the rewards but not worry about doing the battle pass and stuff, in the sense of grinding purple coins and stuff. Like, you don't need to, it's fine. The First Descendant is another one that you've been playing. A little bit of For Honor. Don't worry, my brother's said he actually played it with you and you were trash. I mean, you were having a hard time and making excuses. I mean, you were really slaying. Yeah. Occasionally a flip of Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I've not beat that game. I'm literally at the end. Me and Bambi just need to hop on and like finish it. We're like level 26 or something. We're basically there, I think anyway, or I don't know, it's been a bit. I got the invisible tank cannon, don't know what that is, on Halo. The game is too easy, and I'm trying to get the other 100 achievements, really. If you want games that take you forever, go through like the Master Chief Collection and get every achievement. You'll be there for weeks. The job search has been horrendous. I've had so many person interviews, but with no luck. Well, why are you not like, I don't know, being even, like, what you need to do, mate, is you need to turn up. And you just need to use 100% of your sexy brand and appeal. I don't think you're using it enough because you're so humble. You just need to go in there and absolutely swoon them with your talent. I'm sure you do it, but I'm telling you, you need to unleash the beast in there. Because I've seen you do it. All your charisma. When it comes through the microphone sometimes. When we'll be having a party on Xbox. Woo. This man could sell me a pencil. He's that good. But maybe you got nerves. Maybe you're a bit nervous. Well, you need to do some breathing exercises before you head in. What else could you do? So maximize your sexiness appeal. It could just be your charisma, you know, in general. You know, it's definitely not your fashion sense. I've seen your profile picture. Whew. Talk about it's definitely not that. Deep breaths and maybe look into improving your CV. If you've gone through so many, I mean, seeing as my experience with interviews is 100% win rate, so I can't really, I don't know. I just become really like, what's the word? I don't know, not ADHD, but basically I just fixate on making sure that shiz is up to date and stuff. It's a really organized document. Some people may snooze on that. Making sure it just looks really good. Like, that's the first thing they're gonna see from you. The higher ups in the company, they'll see your CV when they print it off and they look at it right before the interview, and sometimes even taking your CV to like cross-check things with you in person. You've probably had it happen. Like they'll ask why you had a break in your timeline here of like jobs or whatever. If you don't timeline out your stuff, you should, because you'll have natural answers for it all, and that's what they want to know. They want to make sure you're not, I don't know, bunking off to play Disney Speedstall or something. I don't know. Yeah. My profile picture is a cat. Like I said, you're hot. In trying to stay on the same field, which on paper I'm not qualified enough for. Oh, I see. So what you're saying is you got into your previous job through like a friend, but in reality you're not qualified for it. Is that what you're trying to say? That is so. That is really interesting, because I would imagine the experience, especially if you did it for at least a year, would surely outweigh the qualification, so to speak, because you're already so experienced with it. But at that point, if you're getting into the interview room and they feel you're unqualified, that would indicate that you're not literally verbal diarrheaing every process you do during that interview. To me, like, if you've gone into that interview and you've left and they're like, I don't know how much that guy really knows, he's like on paper unqualified, so they keep, it sounds like they get you into the interview because you have 2 years of experience, and then when asked about processes, you don't answer it. That's, again, I can always be honest with you, Brandon, that is just like my interpretation from what you're just saying. There's like, and with the picture you're painting. So what I would do as well, like if you try going to the same field and you get another interview, even if they just ask you the first question, which is completely irrelevant, you should just start talking about how you're a stickler for doing the process right and going through the process, and things you don't like other people doing, because you don't feel like it matches like company policy. Just give them some corporate like splee, you know, tell them what they want to hear, because you know that in your head and you will do that, but they don't know you're gonna do that. So you just need to tell them. You need to paint the picture, my good sir. That's what I did every time. Literally, they'll ask you what makes you interested in this job, and I will just go off. And I'll be like, oh, I'm glad you asked this open-ended question. Be prepared for me to tell you about my whole life. My first interview I had in a school, I genuinely answered all the questions on the first question. And then the interview ended instantly, and then I got the job also instantly, basically. Because if they don't need to ask you the question, it's impressive. You don't even... I didn't know the questions, and you can totally wing it, and if you're not good at winging it, I guess it's a skill. But if you can just... That's what I mean, like, just waffle, and it is just waffle and sell yourself, but waffle and talk relevant to your role that you're going to be doing, and... talk about, I don't know, if it's like PPE that you need to wear on site, you know, make sure to just act like you care about that sort of thing. And you're always making sure everyone's kitted up, ready to go. You're a real team worker in that sense. You why am I even talking? You already do this. I'm just talking to, there's no point in me even saying it. I'm sure, Brandon, you got this, man. Honestly, you know whatever you're doing better than me. And that's what I'm saying, though. Just make sure you're saying it and not just thinking it. If you're ever thinking it and you're like, I should have said that, I've never had a moment like that. And you should try not to ever have a moment like that. You should always say everything you want to say. Even if it's irrelevant to the question. As it just pops into your head, just cover it. Just cover it. Cover it yourself. Don't wait for them to cover it. Cover it. Yeah. That's what I would say. I usually say I enjoy physical labor. Well, everyone knows that's a bloody lie. I don't like sitting still, fair enough. So I would not enjoy a desk job. I would say, funnily enough, if you're ever in an interview space, never even say any negatives. Just don't do it. It doesn't add any value to you selling yourself. Because if there is a desk job element to the job that you're not expecting and is different to your previous job, they know you're not going to like it and not want to do it. For example, don't even mention it. Never mention it. You can always just discuss that at lunchtime when you're on a lunch break with them, or if you're passing in the hall when you're stuck together for 5 minutes. Mid-max that shit like it's an Elden Ring build. Okay? My job background is kitchen work, so I'm very acquainted. There you go. I was like, no, it's not antiquated. Acquainted to a very fast-paced environment. Yeah, high stress, managing teams, multitasking. But that's all like very level stuff that they don't want to hear from you, to be honest. Like that's stuff that, yeah, you'll say, but since it's a specialized job that requires qualifications, they want to know about the job itself as well. So again, don't snooze on that, because it's really good you add that, but that's something even a, like, you know, 18-year-old straight out of college or uni, first job, going to work in the supermarket can say, because they can say that. I can multitask because I got through my... I can manage all the workload from my uni. Like, it is a skill, don't get me wrong. But you should really, definitely, I mean, and again, you could be, I'm just saying, really lean into the specifics of your job you're going for. Are you going for cooking? Because I thought you worked in, like, construction, didn't you? Yeah, there you go. So you worked 12 years in the kitchen, but it was, like, I guess 2 years in construction. Yeah, you should definitely. How? Yeah, it's true. I just want paint houses and lay down flooring. Yeah, so you should go through the process. You should go through the process and how you like to do it, and also just verbally going through the process and talking about things you enjoy, while also making sure to emphasize things that you bring to the table during that process in a team. So like maybe it is genuinely common for somebody to forget something during the process. Be like, oh yeah, and at my previous job this guy kept forgetting this, you know, I would always be the one picking up slack. I'm always doing the checks. And also it isn't bad to like low-key kind of stretch the truth a little bit, you know. You could just be like, I wasn't the manager or something, but some of those responsibilities did fall onto me, like, list a few things. I'd always be preparing the bricks, mate. Oh, those bricks. Those floor tiles, man, they like to get away. But I'd make sure they smoothly roll straight into the building where they need to be. And you're in the US, right? You could talk about those blasted raccoons. They're always trying to gnaw at your wood or something. Wait, what? Yeah, it's all about vinyl planks over here. I'm always making sure that vinyl is spick and span and 0 scratches. I make sure. And if there's any dirt on them, I spit and I shine. Yeah. Woodpeckers, man. No joke in this area. I have this little cranker and it scares them off. That's money I put into my work. Boom. You're fucking sold, dude. I'll hire you there and then. Like, that guy brings in the crank whistle thing. Whoa. Oh, dude. Brandon, if you were feeling like you were unlucky before, I feel like now after this conversation, it's a guarantee. I feel like it's a guarantee. I think you'll be fine though. What qualifications do you need? Like, is it college? Or like university? I hate shiny stuff. Just string up shiny stuff, they go away. Oh, I see. So you bait them. Bait them with various shiny things. If you ever want to send me your CV in a DM, feel free. But I'm sure your girlfriend has you covered. But if you'd want me to look at it, I could always use my my really bad talents to judge you. I could judge you so fucking hard. I'll be like, holy shit, bro, that's a capital letter there. My ACV is wrote by AI. That's what you'll say. I can feel it, sense it right now. I'll build houses, not CVs. That's actually definitely a mindset sometimes. Like, people do physical labor and they don't actually focus on any of that sort of thing, but it's so important. It's so important. You want to get a job if it's not good. If they can see you can't spell, then how are you meant to like write up the materials you've used or something, or sign things off? If you can't write, they probably think that you can't read. And again, like, your qualifications may not be good, but at least if, you know, like your grades from school may not be the best, but it doesn't matter if the CV looks really professional and at whatever age you are, they can clearly see you've developed past where you was at 16 or whatever. But if, let's say theoretically, you didn't do good in English, and then your CV's even worse than they imagine, then they're gonna be like, holy. But yes, I am waffling, and of course, no judging. Just general just saying what I'm thinking. Just in general, like, if I was an employer, that'd be something I'd be thinking about. Not that I am an employer, of course. I'm just a guy who likes to catch shiny Tems, similar to a woodpecker likes to grab shiny wood. But I'm easily distracted by the Lumas in the room. A lot of these employers, yeah, they want a degree or two more or more years of experience, but no one will give those extra years. If you want it, sure. I'm in a program called Work Source. Or do you like put it on toast? I have someone who helps me with the cover letter, resume, etc. Because yeah, I was injured on the last job. Yeah. Why did you have to go and get injured? Oh my god, Brandon. I actually hate when people say that. Oh my god. But no, it really does suck though, doesn't it? Because you can actually see how, even though you've gone over the injury, thankfully, it's like, even with all your physio, it's like, yeah, but it ain't over still, is it? It's crappy. Nothing you can do about it either. Just gotta... You could just get a different job in the meantime, not to be that guy, but you could. There is definitely that mindset sometimes where people say there's no jobs around them. Sometimes there are, like, don't get me wrong. But sometimes it's like they will be offered a job and they'll say no because it's not the job they want. But sometimes you might just need to do it. It depends on your finances and stuff. I'm a liability. No, you're not, because there's plenty of people that work from the schools I even work at right now, and those people are like non-verbal or whatever from birth. And if they can end up working in the post office or something, I can guarantee you there is a job available for you. That's exactly what I'm saying. Brandon, even though you may not be able to get the job you want right now, it could be like, just get something else in the meantime. And that's the thing as well, like, I'm at my current job. That doesn't mean I've closed the door on every other job. If another job, like, I'm still like actively looking, and anyone who's under the age of 30 should honestly be always looking. Maybe it's with family or friends and stuff, but yeah, if it pays well, or at least pays decent, like if you can get like 25k a year minimum just in the meantime before you can get back into construction and get that higher pay band, like sure. Just in the meantime. Also, a gap on your resume and stuff can look worse than if you left a bigger gap but was trying to get a job and you eventually get it one day and then you change job again. Because they'll ask why that gap is there, and then you'll say your injury, but they'll be like, okay, so you got off your injury at this time, and then what did you do during these months? And you'll say job search, but they will think, you know what they'll think. They will be like, okay, it took however many months, weeks. I know literally from my interview that I had for my current job a month ago, they literally said that. They were wondering why I had a week gap. Oh, a 2-week gap. They were like, what are you doing in this 2 weeks? Because it's a bit weird. Like, you went without a job for 2 weeks, a week. They obviously, I live at home and they don't know that, but if you did have a house, it's and stuff. Yeah. I don't know why, but they were on that. They were asking. They thought it was sus. To be honest, I'm even applying kitchen-like fast food at this point. I don't care what job I get as long as I can pay the bills. But yeah, my heart is in physical labor. That's good. Oh yeah, I'm officially 7 days away from being off work for a year. Yeah, so like that's, I don't know what companies think when they see that. And obviously you have the injury, not as an excuse, but it will be the reason. But then they'll probably think it's part of it is an excuse, whatever they'll think of. I literally, from their perspective, I don't know why they look negatively on it, but they do. I don't know why. And the thing is, I don't think like your brain would go, oh, it's lazy, but they obviously don't fucking think that, and I don't think anyone thinks that. And I think maybe they just maybe look at it as you could be, I don't know. What do people think? Like if you quit and have breaks that you're prone to quitting? I don't know. But again, yours is different. You left because of a physical issue. But I guess like in general, when they look at those gaps, they think, oh, maybe they're burnt out, so they quit regularly. Do we want someone that's going to quit? I don't know. If you actually know, I'd be curious why companies care, but I don't know why they care. But they do care. They care about gaps. They actually laid me off. They did, but didn't they keep you on for like 3 or 4 months? before they laid you off? Has it already been a year since you told me that? Because that means you didn't go without a job. Because you were being paid for a couple of months, and then they laid you off, didn't they? Because we were playing For Honor one day, and you was like, "Yeah, I got laid off today." In your Brandon voice. That was my Brandon voice. Yeah, so you got injured in October, but you got laid off in like March, didn't you? Or like April, when the tax year rolled over. Yeah, so you got laid off like 2 months ago. So technically you weren't without a job until 2 months ago. So that's what you'd write on the CV. Because yeah, you were still, like, if you had gotten better prior to that layoff, you would have went into work. You were still there. Regardless. It's like, if you... My brain ain't braining, I think it's maternity leave, but let's say someone gets pregged. Yeah, that's right, using that official terminology. Let's say you go through that maternity leave, and then at the end of the maternity leave, they fire you after the window's gone through. Like, as you came back, you are employed up till that point. Still. Even though you weren't there. Technically, yeah, but that's stretching the truth. No, it's definitely not. Legally on paper, no, you were definitely working there. Oh, so, if I'm working at my current job and then I get hit by a car, go into a coma for like 6 months, and then after 6 months, they have to fire me contractually, then you're actually there for the 6 months. But they put it under like being ill or whatever. It's not ill, but it has a term. They have a term for it. So technically, you're working in your sleep, mate. I mean, they're still paying my rent, yes, because you still work there, mate. You still work there. You were just injured at work. You were injured at work. Just companies, I think they can pay out something medical like that, or like they have to pay out something medical like that, but after a certain amount of months, they can legally fire you or something like that, or lay you off. But obviously where you are is not where I am, so it would be different. Because like legally here, if you guys have like a baby, they can't legally fire you for that. They have to pay out your maternity leave, if that is what that is. I could be saying the wrong fucking thing. Baby popping out time. I'm really smart. They can legally fire any reason they want here. No, I don't think so. Especially if you're with a union, because the union will eat them up. Some companies do and don't unionize, but you can still be with a union when not in a unionized business, right? Over here you can be. So like, it's quite common to suggest getting into a union when you work at a school here, even though the school isn't like a union, because they'll just be like, no, I wasn't union. Apparently it's useful. I am not in one. I think it costs money. I'm poor. So that means corporations can bully me. Yay. But regardless, maybe if you get back into it, definitely do that if that's a possibility. It's a fire at will state. Is that where you are, sort of thing? You gotta know someone to get in. Over where you are, you guys, you are fucked. Or have that college degree. Why don't you just get the college degree? Even though it's a chore and costs money. I know how I just said that. Don't worry, it was kind of toxic. But nowadays, you can do it online. So it doesn't, like most courses anyway. And it would take 5 years, but if you're passionate about it, and if it would also help you get a promotion in the field, all I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying, why don't you do it? Anyway, like, are you going to do it in your life at some point? Over here, it'd be like 10 grand. It'd be 10 grand to earn like 20 grand more every year. 30 grand more everywhere. Yeah, it's like, it's a no-brainer. If you're passionate and you're in this, and you're going to be able to do it. Like, uni and stuff is largely pointless unless you actually know what you're going to do and the job's actually available. The amount of people that go to uni to do something, but then they realize once they go to uni that because of where they live and they don't have like 400k to move somewhere and like start living or renting where their job is, they literally can't even capitalize on it. It'd be 250k for me. Well, why don't you just come over to the UK and get it cheaper? That's actually what a lot of other countries do. People come over here for their uni. I think uni here caps out at like over like 5-6 years. It would be like 50k, of course. But again, I think you can do some stuff online, and I don't know about construction, like theory-wise. I don't know if you could do all the theory online, and then like practical exams are separate. I don't know. Offer me to room to stay, and I will study. Then you got yourself a deal. Just hop in just go build a hut somewhere when you get here, live in the woods, and then just sneak into the universities in the UK. If you're in the UK, if you don't know, like, the universities are public spaces. You can literally just walk in. And 99% of the time, you can also just sit down and watch the actual stuff. The thing is, though, is if you're not, like, paying for... No way, we got it already. Nice! Dude, Adora Bobos. Yeah, I uploaded a clip yesterday or the day before of me capturing one of these guys at Luma. Like this guy right here. What the heck? It didn't capture. And it didn't even upload my voice audio. I don't even know how Facebook did that. When I played it on my PC, it's absolutely fine. Literally, it just was like, no audio on your voice. Weird. We got the shiny. I am going to capture it and love it. This is our one Luma from Saipark for the week. Let's do it. Let's catch it. I'm going to let it exhaust itself a little bit. Just lower its health a baby bit. Then we'll 10k plus it. But yeah, over here in the UK, you can actually go into like unis. Just listen to the exams. Get all the knowledge before you even go in. Not to mention, if you ask the right people and whatnot, you can actually just access university level videos. Even like the... you know, when they talk in the big room. Oh, what is it called? A conference. God, what's it called? Well, I don't know. I'm stalling on this, but basically, yeah, you can like they record all of it and just upload it. Ooh, special defense, very nice. Adorabos has the best special defense in the game, so getting that with a perfect stat is amazing. It is also a special attacker. And it gets more stamina. The saddest part is its HP stat there. If that was higher, that would be great. Like the attack stat's pointless. If that's not the HP, he would have been basically godly. Let's go. Luma Adorbros. That was a 1 in 1,000 chance. Temtem. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to go grab ourselves another Luma. But first, where can I heal? I guess I'll just quickly go to Dennis. There's this song that they play at the school, and it's called like Clap Clap Stomp Stomp, and you can literally just find it on YouTube. It's probably the first one, and it's stuck in my damn head. A clap clap bum bum stomp stomp bum bum. Okay, so Green Glen Forest is where I'm going next. I see. We're gonna go get ourselves, guys, a Smazy. Smazy is currently over 600 feathers in value when you buy the radar, and I have a radar quest for it. If we don't get the Luma, quest complete. If we get the Luma, fuck, I don't get any currency. I'm so happy about that. But yes, he's in the Green Glen Forest, so that's where we'll go. But yeah, America doesn't believe in everyone having the same knowledge. Well, I actually have always thought about that, but I guess that's the difference between, like, yeah, the hierarchies across all of time. That is kind of how that works. You know, the saying knowledge is power is a saying for a reason. It is unfortunate, but it is a thing. So for someone like me, I hated school, and I didn't even pay attention. Everyone at my work does think I'm older than 25. Every time I say it, they're like, "What? You're 25?" I'm like, "Yes, I am 25." But I don't know. I guess they think I'm super literate or something like that, or super intelligent, or super young looking, or super ugly, and I'm actually looking 60. But in short, I didn't do uni and stuff or anything. I did college for graphics and animation design, which I took directly into live streaming, funnily enough. And that paid out like, you know, 100k or something. So I got more than got my money's worth there. A plasma beam would work on melee, right? Or on these two. I don't have a Luma, which is psychic, outside of Ouroboros. Where is he? Where is he? Oh yeah, guys, Bambi gave me a Luma Toxolotl, actually. Bambi got this back to back again. Basically, she farmed Toxolotl and then just got a fucking another Toxolotl and was like, "Do you want it?" It's absolutely poo. Like, look at those stats. It's poo poo. Honestly, it couldn't be any worse. But that did happen. Where is it? Where is it, guys? Where is he? Sam, thanks for giving a sub. And last stream you subbed as well, bro, but you was really quiet. How are you doing? We are talking about college, knowledge, and yeah, I do not see Ouroboros. Did I release him? I would believe it. That'd be something I would do. You should have an exclamation mark on him. Ouroboros, where are you? Adore. That'll do. Adore. There he is. Where? I pressed X on him. Alright, well. And boom. There he is. Ouroboros. This is the Luma. We just got 1 in 1,000 chance for this green guy. Thanks for giving another sub, Sam. Really do appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm doing good. Currently trying to learn to drive. And guys, if you genuinely do drive and you could quiz me, that would be great. I would appreciate it. But I'm still trying to learn the theory. I think I could probably do all the theory in like 2 weeks. And then like take a test, or 3 weeks. Is what I'm aiming for. I don't think it'd actually be that bad. I'm quite good at listening to videos and just absorbing shit through my ears. Driving a car. Yes, I don't drive. And if you're wondering why, it's because I was always streaming so much. And it just wasn't needed. And even now, it's not needed. But I probably ought to do it. Just probably ought to do it. So I might as well get it out of the way. But yeah, quiz me. Quiz me. If you drive, quiz me. Unless you're trying to learn me. Don't teach me US law, though. Like, I don't know. Teach me car things. It's very needed indeed. Yeah, I know. Like, if I want to abduct someone. Wait, what? I mean, if I want to pick up a table, I would need a car. I honestly have like no purpose. As someone that lives with my parents and doesn't get the ability to edit the house in any capacity, and it doesn't, like, what do I do? You're better off just getting a provisional license, getting a little scooter, and then just going to work with that instead of spending $3 grand. But eventually I will need to move a table. I will need to buy more than a bag of things. I mean, you gotta buy a white van. You don't, yeah, no, it's true. My brother's all about vans, actually. You gotta buy a white van. You don't need to know how to drive it. Processing what that last bit was. Yeah, again, send me your CV. I need to, you know, check it for spellings. But yeah, I'll probably even need it for something. Technically, don't need to know how to drive it. Yes, you fucking do, or you'll get pulled over and put into jail. Brandon, you did not just say it. I can just buy a white van and start driving it. You did not just say that. And you technically do. You technically, You just say it's a toy car. You just said kidnap. No, I did not. That did not leave my mouth. I did not say anything like that. No. Anyway, I'm ignoring you now. I did not say that. You're a filthy liar. That did not happen. That's really cool, man. And get yourself papered up. The theory is really down to luck, man. With the questions you get, memorize the stopping distances at 30 or 40 and the technical stuff. The rest mainly is common sense. Oh, and cross-hatching on stray junctions. They get a bit wild. What's that? Bro, I know you're not a teacher, but you need to, like, teach. You can't just say that. Honestly, I'm still trying to remember a junction. I know that sounds really dumb. But, like, obviously you get, like, a T-junction. And then, is an X, see, I haven't even learned the names. The X junction. Is it just anything where the main road reaches side road is a junction? But then I think there's a caveat. Isn't there? There's a caveat somewhere? Like where they call it like a junction, but it's not. It's maybe like where the road bends inwards into a single road for just a little bit or something. I don't know. Basically, it's to slow you down. That's not a junction. No, I'm just going to shut up. I already know. I know what a junction is. Look, I'm just doubting myself. This is what's going to happen in my fucking theory, man. Really, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these videos. And I'm just going to, like, play them, like, as my video content. For, like, the next, like, 3 weeks. And then it will just be there. Like, I won't stop hearing it. I'll be able to say the videos out loud. I play them so much. And then at that point, I'll pass. How funny. 5 months ago, I bought a white van. And have been driving it. If you guys are in the UK and you need your van done up and you got spare cash, ask me. I know a guy. Definitely not my bro. He will definitely completely suit out your van. If you want a bed in there, you want it completely modernized, insulation, stuff like that. Yeah, no, I know, Sam. You don't need that. None of this anxious shit, bro. You got this all day long. Yeah. I actually don't get anxious. I think it's what happens is when I get asked the question and I'm not 110%, I just verbally I have diarrhea. Mentally though, like if you gave me a question, I could answer it and it would be right, but I feel the need to justify why I don't think something at the same time, which is completely unnecessary. It's a thing. So how far ahead of a turn should you turn off your blinker? Well, so you've turned and you're now going forwards? I'd imagine like 2 cars. What the thing is over there, you guys do kilometers. Over here we do miles. And then we do meters, I think. Miles into meters. I think you guys do kilometers into meters? Maybe, I don't know. When is it? On the left-hand turn, you're supposed to yield. What's yield? When is it on the left-hand turn you're supposed to yield? I'm not sure what that is. When are you allowed to go on a red light? When you're being chased by the cops? I don't know. When an ambulance is there, probably. And they need to get... No. That's not it either. I don't know. We do miles and feet. I've actually never visually articulated feet. Even inches, even. Like, someone asked me to, like, well, show me 5 inches. I actually could not give you 5 inches. I think it's, like, slightly more than, like, I think it's, like, 4 centimeters, I think. I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's some, like, measurements I don't know. Like, even grams. Like, I know you buy 500 grams. 500 grams of like chicken. That would be like 2 chicken breasts, right? Or is it like 250? Fuck. That's what I mean. I can't like... Right now, it's because I live at home. Honestly, if I didn't live at home and I actually had to buy more stuff myself, which I want to do, you just like... All that stuff just comes with buying your own things. Shit like that. Honestly, it's frustrating. But it's like, yeah, I would never go out and buy a chicken. Because I wouldn't have anywhere to store it. It's not my house. We can weigh chickens in ounces and pounds. Here they have grams, kilograms. I keep having to tell myself to walk in silence. That means you're quite the chatterbox, huh? When they come from the right, you've gone the wrong way. They come from the right, they've gone the wrong way. Are you in the US though, Sam? Because in the UK, you drive on the left. So if you're if they're on your right, coming from your right, you're going the right way. And you're like on the right side of the road, which is left. Is that what you mean? Maybe I shouldn't ask you guys. I think you're all American. You're gonna mess me up. Do you know how many times I sometimes okay, just simple shit. My sister will be like, could you pass me the nappies? I'm like, diapers? And she's like, that's American. I'm like, fuck. What do you mean? They're the same thing. Same as I think I say attic. What do you guys say? Or maybe that is what you guys say. Attic and then loft. We say loft. See, I always get it wrong. We say loft. I hate that though. Like, what is a loft? A loft. Loft. Attic. An attic is like a room. An attic room. A loft is like a loft. Up. Yeah, see, attic and basement. We say loft and dungeon. You're funny. Oh, God. I was responding to you talking about the dude saying you need to yield from the left. Oh, honestly, that question, I don't think I've got far enough in the theory handbook to understand what the fuck that means. Also, oh yeah, question, in your theory test, am I gonna need to know, like, loads of stuff about how a car actually works? Because I know when doing the battery, you fill the water up until the cells. The cells in there. There's cells in there. Never seen it. But like, I know that will probably come up on the test or something, like could do. And I'm like, how much of this shit am I gonna need to know? Because it's really jarring needing to do a theory test, but not even seeing a car because I don't own one. And it'd be nice to like visualize that to something because I can read it all I want, but like, I don't know what the fuck that means. Doesn't even matter if I know the theory, like, I wouldn't know what that looks like. You don't need to know exactly about your car. Yeah, but I think like, would there not be questions about like refueling your car? And there's something about like the fuel cap or something like that, and then doing something with that. Either way, I'll read it eventually. I only started a few days ago. Yeah. You should be able to do a test in any car. No, I'm not talking about the physical, I'm talking about the theory. Anyway, and every car's gonna have these things in it. On the practical, they might ask you to pop the bonnet and ask you how you check the oil or how to refill the windscreen wash. Nothing for that in theory. Okay, cool, yeah, so that's the sort of thing I'm actually kind of happy to learn. I'm looking forward to learning that sort of thing. It was, my fam was like, oh, you should do your driving test in the summer. I'm like, in the UK, where it rains all the time outside of like this 2 months. It's all good learning when it's all sunny and rainbows, but like as soon as like winter comes on, I'll be so fucked. So in a sense, yeah, it makes it harder. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, if I clearly need practice, I don't even mind. I'm not just trying to pass the test. Like, I would like that actual experience with an instructor. Especially if you're doing manual. Like, learning how to brake properly is quite important. And like, when or when not to use the hand. Like, you never really use the handbrake, but you know what I mean. Who knows, I might be an idiot. You never know. Like, when you pop a tyre, you're meant to not brake, for example. And obviously, I'm not going to pop a tyre, but like, I don't know, wet weather is kind of the similar situation. Where it's like, should I brake, should I not brake? I'm pretty sure you obviously brake, but you do it a certain way, don't you? Like they say, like you do it lightly to begin with or something, or I don't know. I remember reading it a little bit ago in the theory, and I was like, yeah, this is the sort of like tiny little optimizations that I'm reading that I cannot put into practice until I actually start. If parked on a hill, always turn the wheel into the hill when you park. Also, when you go to pull off on a hill, you should have your foot on the accelerator slightly before you take the clutch off, right? Look at that. I feel like that actually is right. That's right? Otherwise you'll roll back. And that's why you got to accelerate a little bit. And lots of people fail their test in a manual because of that on a hill. It's one of the most common ways to fail. See, I've done my research. You should book your practical test near the beginning of the month though. If they feel their quota, they will fail the fuck out of you. I don't have a choice if I do it, really, because this is the scenario I'm in. I work in a school. I have a term break like next month on like the 18th-ish until like the next month, the first of the next month. Basically, if I don't do it in that window, I'll have to wait 6 weeks or do it after a full day of teaching in the school and stuff. Basically, could potentially have been eaten that day. Like, I could lose a chunk of my arm, who knows. That's a joke, obviously, but, you know, get to the end of the school day and then go straight into a practical test. I feel like that would be worse. I feel like I should just go for it on a like 10 AM like normal day if possible. Yes, manuals don't like hills. Yes. Yes, I'm very, very much aware, and I'm worried about it. I think I'll pick up on a manual quite easily though, because I look at some of the people that have learned to pass, who are just way dumber than me. I could definitely do a manual. I'm going to hell. But yeah, I think I'll be fun. There's some people though out there, like you see them like genuinely on like crime investigation or something like that. They'll be like, they'll have the most stupid idea or like concept or like view on the world, and they won't have a job and they'll live at home or whatever. But don't worry, they pass their driving test. And it's there's something that sometimes you just like, how does that happen? How does that happen? How do you end up where you are, but you also did actually commit yourself and learn to drive, and you clearly excel in some things, but then you just... Oh, God. You really thought that was a good idea. Yeah, I don't know why I'm ranting. I'm talking about crime investigation and driving. Automatics, you can have 1 foot and 1 hand. 1 foot, you say? 1 foot. I'm going automatic. But I think realistically, I'm going to learn manual because it opens up more doors in certain jobs. May it be like as like an electrician or something, like those vans are usually manual. But I don't see manual sticking around for too much longer, right? Because they're points of failure now, I'd imagine, inside the vehicle itself. There's lots of points of failure that come with a manual, and wear and tear through unoptimal use. Even if you're optimally using it, like, it's still loads of little intricate things. Whereas the automatic probably is, yeah, it's got points of failure, and there'll be big points of failure, but they're not as nuanced. Manual is only good for a race car. Oh, I'm gonna be in a fucking race car. You watch me, I'll be going 50 in a 40 zone. I'll be so good. I'll be the coolest kid. Because round here, you'll be lucky to get any higher than that. I'll be the coolest kid. And this is when Sam comes in, he's like, only 50? Manuals, you can deliver the power the way you want. Yeah, while burning all your fuel, damaging your car. And yeah, making sure you pay more on your MOT. Help me. I think it's MOT. MOT is your checkup. MOT. Yeah, that should check out. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, that's it. But also, is it? I ain't confident. But the thing is, when you go to a test, you don't need to be confident because sometimes you realize you do know something. But until the question's asked, you don't think about it. Manuals, you gotta change the clutch more often, and the auto gets their transmissions serviced. Explain the last bit. Their transmission service. What are they talking to? The aliens? And what's that? Incoming transmission? Nah, I'm obviously I'm joking, but is that kind of like the toggle for on and off? Oh, it is for shifting the gear. I see, it's toggle. Cool. You gotta give me it in gaming terms, okay? Toggle. You gotta toggle your two-hand. Elden Ring, okay? Toggle on, toggle off. I love cars, I just doesn't pay enough. I love cars, just doesn't pay enough. What does that mean? You were trying to sell cars? You're trying to sell your knowledge on cars? Yeah. Manual, you shift your clutch yourself. Yeah, see, I don't know what that is. Shift your clutch? Sounds like some weird, like, innuendo. What is shift your clutch? I'd be a mechanic if it paid more. Funnily enough, though, it would probably pay about right with your qualifications, Brandon. Yes or no? I imagine it would pay about right until you get that qualification and then go to that job you want. It's actually why I kind of want to get out of the teaching thing, even though it's really good. It's like, yeah, I would have to go and literally do uni for like 30k, 40k. Yeah, if you are lucky or you stick at it for ages, you might get vice principal or principal. And then, yeah, you'll be up to like 60, 70k, 80k if you're really, really fucking lucky. But it's like, yeah. And live half your life on 30k. Not on paper though. Yeah, you're right. That's actually the frustrating part. But it does make sense. Like at the end of the day, every job is basically capped around like over where you are. It's probably like 35k. Like you're basically hard capped till you get a qualification of something or another, no matter the industry. Which again is fine. It makes sense. People that want to excel in a field should be able to excel in a field and then also get paid for it. It just sucks that the buying in cost of that is unattainable for anyone like renting or something like that. It's frustrating. I think most men are their own mechanics, but some men, bruh, they do the beatest ass fucking job. Like, are you quit like the? You should. Yeah, it's cool. I read that from Sam. Yeah. Sam's gone quiet. Oh. Didn't want to quiz me. Nah, it's alright though. It's actually all good. And again, Sam, if you're still there, thanks for the gift and sub, dude. It is really appreciated that somebody is going into paying like the $3,000 I need to pay for doing this test. I wasn't actually gonna go for a slightly expensive one. Like most of it, like you go for certain companies and it'll be like $2,000. But the waiting times on just the practical is like 6 to 12 months right now. And the fact is, across those 6 to 12 months, because you need to get to a point before they'll even book it, then you'll be paying for tests anyway. Like, yeah, it's not tests, lessons to refresh yourself. You'll constantly do refreshers. Why not just, and then you'll probably end up spending 3k on those refreshers because each one's like, you know, 50 quid, 60 quid. You might as well do what I'm doing where they'll book you in within like a month to 3 months and then not even have any refreshers and just go for it. And I think it's probably better for not only your time, so you can start applying for maybe more jobs and opportunities that may arise, but then you'll also be able to Just lock it all in. I gotta pull my engine here shortly and do my timing. You're gonna have to unravel that code for me, mate. Pull my engine out of the car and do my timing. You gonna set a clock on it? What does that mean? Your timing? Do my timing? You racing yourself? How fast can I get it out? Like, I don't know. I'm not good at this. I don't know your lingo. Help me. Educate me. Jordan, I'm going to do my practical test. No, theory test for driving. And it's your job to question me. You probably drive. You look smart and tall and hunky and chunky. Whoa. He's so lewd. But no, I've been doing that to everyone that comes in here today. I don't know why I find that funny. Anyway, got any suggestions? You're in hospital right now? What's happened? You fucked your knee up in a mosh pit. Don't tell me you were the guy that jumped. Oh god. I actually saw a mosh pit clip. I guess that day before, and the guy was literally like a story up. And he was like, catch me guys, catch me! And everyone in the car was like, nah, that's way too far. Bro actually jumped and just fucking... And it's just like... it doesn't matter if you're the main singer, no one's fucking catching you if you're dropping from an upper story. They don't want to break their arms. Literally. I don't know what the guy was thinking. Like, oh god. I'm like, that was Jordan. He's the guy. He's like, catch me guys, catch me. I'll ride the wave. I take it you were trying to catch that guy. And he landed on you, you broke your knee. God. I would actually... There's actually some places in life I genuinely know I will fucking hate. Mosh pit is definitely one of it. I hate being that close to people. I hate the noise, over sensory for me. And the BO probably is fucking awful. Half of them are probably drinking. So you're going to be covered in their saliva and beer combo. And if it isn't that, you're still having to deal with the artificial smoke they put in the air. So that's just fogging up your view or whatever. And then they probably have you either on a hard floor or mud. And if it's been raining that day, goodness, you're like a cow in a field. Like a muddy patch of the field. Well, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Basically, I don't know. I do not like a mosh pit, mate. There we go. Jordan says, that's totally understandable. Mosh pits offer a specific type of dumbass. Perfect for Jordan. So, you need to give me that meme template of you and your story. So, this was me 5 minutes ago. You may be wondering what's happening to this guy, and it's just you in a freeze frame breaking your knee. Well, flashback. Jordan was having a good afternoon, and he all of a sudden decided. Tell me the story. Tell me the story. Fill in the blank. Timing like the belt and chain that pulls the little cranks in a specific timing. Timing to what? You're on a manual. There is no specific timing. You're in control. That's what you just told me. You aren't making any sense. I'm gonna quickly whiz. I'll be 2 seconds, alright? Literally. I'm gonna come out of this battle as well. If the Luma spawns, scream for me. If all of you leave because I go to pee, I swear, I'm fucking done. And I'm joking, of course. You can all fuck off. What? I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Jordan, tell me why you broke your knee. Alright, I'm back. Jordan didn't tell me how he broke his knee. And I realized as I was walking out, I said, why you broke your knee? And that's like, I can just, Jordan gets in a mosh pit so he can avoid work that day. Like, bruh. I don't think that's how that works. Who knows? I'm waiting for the story. So yeah, Brandon, how many cars do you own? Are you like a beat car collector that does them up and sells them? Chris liked my stream. Chris, I bought the die game and it's actually pretty chill. But I will say I could totally see the hate on it at the same time. But I'm actually really not hating it. It's like, I think you got to go into it thinking about watching it as a anime maybe. But then it's kind of like, it is kind of like budget, but I don't know, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I'm enjoying it. It kind of reminds me of like Naruto Revolution and stuff. I just didn't mind that delivery. Brandon says no, he does not own 20 dozen cars. Bambi says hello. Bambi, I got the Adoraboros already. It took like 18 minutes. It was cracked. What's it in the Switch? No, it's on the Switch. Nah, I actually don't know. Look, it's this game. Just real quick, guys. We're still playing Temtem. Look, just because Chris can't remember. It's this one. Do you remember this game? You remember this game? It is a little bit simple, and it's definitely like, oh, there's no pictures. I was going to show you some pictures. Well, yeah, it's this one. I would say it's basically like boss rush with a few like mini levels. But overall, yeah, it's like, it's really chill. Like, I do feel myself wanting to go back on and play it. I'm doing like a chapter a day, and if you do it at like that pacing, it's pretty good. I think if you were binging it though, you'd be quite depressed maybe. And also, like some chapters, you'll literally fight a boss, and then you'll literally just fight the same boss again. But because of the narrative development in those cutscenes, it's kind of fine. And they'll have like slightly more moves. Usually it starts off with them like having like 3 moves. And then, like imagine if you're fighting Radahn. He starts off with 3 moves, a cutscene plays, then he gets 5 moves. Same fight, just 5 moves. And then like, you get the cutscene with second phases or something, you know, like another phase. And then it goes in like that. It does that approach. I think it's good. Because it is quite punishing. Like, I actually died. But it was kind of bullshit. I was fighting one of the bosses. It was Hyunkel. I was fighting Hyunkel. Do you remember that from Dragon Quest Tact? Is the guy that could like survive on 1 HP multiple times. The Zam dude from the Dire then. Yeah, he did his Death Strive thing on me. He did his Zam move. And I was in an attack animation as he started it. Like literally, I did the attack, then he started it. And I couldn't even get out of the attack before he one-shot my ass. I was like, okay, that's a bit bullshit. But I knew it was possible now, so kind of got a little bit more wary. That's awesome. More time for another Luma. Yes. These guys have been asking me questions about cars so I can educate myself. I've had a few cars, though, swapped a couple of engines, picked up knowledge over the years, tried to save money on mechanics. Have you ever done a self-repair and realized, yeah, shit, I shouldn't have done that, and you made it worse? Plus, YouTube is a god. Yeah, know what? People always are out there hiring people to do shit for them, where there actually is a YouTube video for like everything. And part of me thinks it's laziness. Even if you wanted to like paint your own walls, some people will hire a painter, but you can always just paint over the bad paint or whatever, and your house is your canvas, you know? Have some fun with it. No one's judging. You can always get good. I'll have a look. I was thinking of getting that new Zelda game. I'm not getting that. It's gonna be super easy. Because the Princess Peach game, marketed to the ladies, the young ladies, was also really easy. And I think this Zelda game is like young boys and girls, like first Zelda. Could be wrong, but like from the marketing I'm getting, it looks like it's gonna be that sort of thing. So I don't think it's gonna be engaging for adults. It might be, but I can imagine it not being. I can imagine it being easier. Maybe like physics-based stuff again, like Breath of the Wild. But overall, nothing too like super challenging. Because Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are quite inaccessible for truly new gamers, the gaming, then you've got Link's Awakening, which is a bit of an obtuse Zelda game. It's not hard, but it's definitely a little bit like, you know, it's not always super easy knowing where you gotta go. I can imagine it being a bit handholdy. So there's always like all different skill levels of Zelda on the Switch. Even, you could even say it with like Mario, now that they've added the backwards compatibility. Breath of the Wild was too much. Was it really? Do you think it was too much for you? Like, or do you just mean like too much content? I'm gonna start drinking this Monster Energy. Don't worry, it's sugar free. It's sugar free, okay? It shouldn't keep me up all day and all night. It's 6 PM. Finish it by 7, 2 or 3 hours to digest. Go to sleep at like 9, 10. I'm pretty sure they recommend not having caffeine after like 4 PM. Yeah, I never finished it. It is fair. It's pretty big. And there's not much hooking you along. Yeah, I could understand you getting bored. Boring. Like, you're finding it boring. You are obviously completely wrong. But I could get it. If you're not being spoon-fed enough content, I could get it. I had the original Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. It's on the Switch through the Nintendo Switch Online, I believe. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to get at. Those games are also there, and there's just no way kids are doing that nowadays. Well, like, they can do it, but the Zelda game with Zelda could be a good stepping point. Trek over to a tower, climb it. Look over to this one. It's a walking simulator. Oh, so you didn't use your eyes. Well, that would be why then, wouldn't it? If you only use your legs, then that's how it's going to be. You telling me you got to the tower and didn't see anything? I've got it on the Switch. The Nintendo Switch Online, or was it an actual release? By the way, Chris, Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 are on the Switch, but just be aware they are getting remade. But there might be more that ever interest you, like they're in a spritey form. They're on the eShop for like £4. But again, don't actually get them if you're going to get the HD version anyway. HD 1 and 2 and 3 are confirmed. Oh, it's a physical copy. That sounds sick. How did you get that? Was that from like the Retro Games company? Do you know the one I'm talking about? Physical games only. They like, what's it called? They give out like limited run, limited. Yeah, I was gonna say they give out limited versions of physical copies, which is always cool. I really, if Xbox's next console, by the way, tries to do an external disk drive, I will probably stop buying games physically on Xbox. I'll probably move to the Switch because already Xbox is DRM, whereas the Switch does not. I think it has a little bit of DRM, but basically you can play it offline. If the Xbox did do a handheld console, they'd be forced to remove that, and that would make me stick to Xbox. But right now, it's already quite annoying having to connect to the internet, even with a disc version of the game, to access like certain like DLC. Like if you buy DLC for a game, you have it installed, and then you put in your physical disc and have no internet, you can't play the DLC. It doesn't work. And I'm pretty sure on the Switch you don't need that. Does anyone know that scenario? That doesn't happen on the Switch, right? Like if it's installed and you pay for it and then you go handheld wireless, you can play DLC, right? Like you can play the Crown Tundra and stuff like that on the Switch. That's what I mean by side, not DRM'd. It doesn't check every single time you go to access a DLC area. You got it from Amazon? Oh, actually, I know what you're talking about. Maybe. I think they did that push with the Dragon Quest games themselves. You could get like all 3 Dragon Quest games physically. 1, 2, and 3. No, not DK Oldies, by the way. That's cringe. That's like... That went through so much controversy. No, Limited Run Games is an actual company that isn't like some TikTok channel type company. Not judging, because honestly, more power to them. But no, they refurbish consoles. Like, right now, just going on there, they have Star Troopers Collector's Edition. They have Sonic Generations Collector's Edition. I want the limited run stuff. Now available at limited run, blah, blah, blah. They have limited actual games. In-stock games, build games, what's new, last chance. Yeah. Basically, they sometimes have the only physical copies of digital-only games. So if a game is digital-only, there's a chance they will do a physical copy exclusively. Like, they manufacture them and stuff. A lot of them are kind of pointless, though. Like, not always, but some of them are. Some of them will be digital games, which are always online games as a physical copy, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. Part of me is quite happy that the physical copy of Dead Rising got delayed. So they're releasing it in like 2 months. And at least for the rest of time, that version should be patched with whatever the next patches are over the next few weeks end up being. If they're just delayed for the sake of being delayed, that would annoy me. But yeah, like Destiny is literally a fucking cup holder right now. Not a cup holder, what's it called? A disc. It is a cup holder, but like, you know, it's got a name. Yeah, it really is. Destiny 1's disc, like Destiny 2's disc, sorry, doesn't even have any content on the disc anymore. Because they deleted it. You plug it, the game's free. Especially the free installer. Like, honestly, I don't even know what that disc does. It must boot up just the free version of the game. Darkest Dungeon 2 is finally coming out on PS5 next month. I didn't actually play that game too much. I was really, really hyped for it, and I did really enjoy it. But I don't know what it was. Stop playing it. It is a good game, though. I feel like they deviated, like what removed the hook from me is customizing the characters more personally. Like, they all have their stories. You passively, like, basically doing their story up gives them better passives permanently. And that's like all the permanent progression you can really do. Like, your trinkets and stuff don't transfer from one run to the next. You're basically always a full blank canvas, and I don't know if I like that. But this does nothing. Bypass the store, having to scroll the free game section for real. Guys, guess what I got for 99p yesterday from Oxfam? Guess what game I got? I got 2 games, both 99p. 99p. One game's made by Ubisoft, and the other game is full of devils from the 360. Take a guess. Honestly, if you don't have a charity shop near you that sells games, I feel for you. Well, getting Xbox One games in there and stuff, or PS4 games in there for 99p is really good. Minecraft, I already got that last month for 99p. It was the 360 version. I was like, oh damn, I'll buy that. Dante's Inferno, really good guess. Devil May Cry 4, 99p, Xbox 360. I was like, you know, that's fine. It plays on the Series X. Free backwards compatibility. Let's just check the price right now. Then we'll go games. Oh, actually it doesn't. I still have a 360 anyway. It's fine. Is it not? Really? I swear they were available. Are they a part of a specific bundle? Do you guys remember it being on here? Anyone else? Dante's Inferno was savage. I was like 10 years old and I was seeing boobs. Really good. Also, that lady gets her tentacle out of her vagina. I was, as a kid, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Her stomach's coming out of her legs. She grabbed me. I remember it. I'll never forget it. And then there was that big boss with big boobas. I was like, why did my family buy me this? So I beat the whole thing. That was my first experience with the... they're not deadly sins, are they? It's not the 7 deadly sins. Is it the 7 deadly sins, or is it the 7 something to hell? I don't know. Right? Gates. I don't know. What's it focus on? The Inferno. They are sins though, but they're not like the actual journey is the journey. Fuck. 7 deadly sins inside the 7 gates to somewhere. What's it called? You're going to somewhere. Where is it that you're going? Where are you going in Dante's Inferno? You start in the world and you go through the 7 stages of. Was it circles of hell? The 9 circles of hell. 7 or 9? Oh, fuck. Yeah, there you go then. Yeah, as a kid, I was slapping out. I could tell you exactly. I can still remember my build. I went pure Holy Cross, and basically how I beat that game when I was like 10 is I mashed B, and I went Holy Cross, Holy Cross, Holy Cross, Holy Cross, and it like shot loads of Horuses. That was it. That's all I needed as a kid. I was like, eat Jesus. That's all my childhood brain understood. The cross. Jesus died on this. Die. Also, the game opened with the Grim Reaper, and bruh, if I'm like 10 or whatever and I can be the Grim Reaper, easy. But yeah, so I got Devil May Cry 4 for 99p. The other game is on Xbox One, and it's just full of sand. The game is just full of sand. Any guesses? Any guesses? You have the books of the Ubisoft Dante's Inferno or the original Dante's Inferno? Because I think Ubisoft's take is actually really good. It is Ubisoft, isn't it? I think it's Ubisoft. Or is it EA? Either way, Dante's Inferno, really, really good narrative. Should be remade. Would look great. Like, if it looked a bit like Lords of the Fallen, graphically, it could look really good. It looks sick. Prince of Persia, that was on the shelf, didn't buy it. I think I already own it, and that's why. Do I have Prince of Persia? Also, that's on the 360. If you're talking about the Forgotten Sands or whatever, the only Xbox One version was the 2D game one, right? The new one that just came out. Do I have Prince of Persia? I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe I should have bought it. Well, it is. Okay, so you've had one hint. It's full of sand. My next hint I'll give you is this open world. What game did I buy for 99p on the Xbox One? It's full of sand and it's open world. It's full of sand and it's open world. What game is it? What game did I get? For 99p. Chris should know. If he's a real fan. Sands of Rain. I'm going to see if Chris has a guess. Assassin's Creed in Egypt. Yeah. 1 second. I have games all around me. It is Assassin's Creed in Egypt. Dun, 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 dun. It's Assassin's Creed in Egypt. Yes. That was the game. Well done, Chris. I thought you'd get it. I'm shocked you didn't jump at it. Oh, I also did buy another game and it was Final Fantasy 15, but when I got home and opened it up, it didn't have the fucking disc in it. Cheeky fucking bitches. So, now I have a spare case and I can't be asked to go return it. For 99p. It would have also been 99p. But I did already buy it, but yeah, part of me just fills my shelf of games I've literally already bought. But I hadn't got the Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, look how much it is right now. Let's check it out. It's probably on sale. Arse in Creed. No, it's got to be Assassin's Creed. No, it's got to be. What's wrong with it? Oh, I see. Gotta add the little. Yeah. Assassin's. It should be right here. Is free with Game Pass, so it's not a good deciding thing. But how much is it usually? They still have it for 55. Disgusting. disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I'm gonna just use Microsoft Edge to price check it for me. 1 second. Shopping. This is actually quite good for that. Insights. Wait. Ins, Creed, Origins. Give me the price. Give me the price. I thought it was a Luma then. I decided to like poop my pants. What? Well, sometimes I like to look at the data, but online it says like a tenner, a fiver. Yeah, I like to see the history. You can see it a lot better on Amazon. Turns out it doesn't work on like general searching. Ezio, gotcha. No, Ezio's not in Origins. Not every Assassin's Creed has Ezio in it. The only Assassin's Creed I never played was Unity. That was apparently one of the best ones, retrospectively. When it launched, it was bad. Ew, why are you ewing? Go on. Tell me how you don't know how to make money using your browser. Go on. Honestly, the amount of people that ew at my setup, but I'm like, I don't care. It saves me like 30%. Could care less. Google doesn't do that for me, so fuck you. Guys, let me help you get free money. It's totally sellout, but it's also not really because I use it to make money. So you use Microsoft Cashback or Microsoft Edge while using Microsoft Shopping, while using Honey. While Microsoft Cashback is built into the browser, by the way, so you just get like 5% of your cashback in like a reward system. Then, yeah, if you run Honey, that's always good. That'll get you like another 5-10%. With the cashback is always good. Then when you're using Microsoft Edge, you'll get Microsoft rewards for like searching and doing your shopping anyway. So that will get you stuff like, you know, £5-10 voucher every like 2 months or something. Over the course of a year, you'll get like 100 quid for using Microsoft Edge. Oh, sorry, was it the pooping your pants thing? Don't take you to that. We all do it, what? Especially do a Luma. Get with the program. Nah. You're just gravitating to the shit coming out of my mouth. Stay on topic, mate. Stay on topic. You're getting off topic. The only Assassin's Creed you didn't play was Unity, and did you also know? Apparently, along with it being one of the better ones, along with Black Flag, people seem to think it will be the next one to get like a nice port, but I don't know if that's true. You know, like I think a few of the Assassin's Creeds got like maybe not ports, but didn't they get like support with like FPS boosts and stuff? Or maybe it was one that got it recently. I'm not too sure. Flygon, what are you doing around these parts? But yeah, I do recommend free money. I know a lot of people do use, like, especially like Bing. Like, I get it, the pain. Even when I was growing up for years, it was like, it was Bing. Who uses Bing? But then I realized it gave me money. So I was like, it's basically the same. So why not just get money? I like money. It also works on your phone, by the way. But admittedly, Bing is worse on the phone than like Chrome. Chrome definitely runs a lot better on phone. In terms of like utility, and you know, like when one app takes you into your browser to authorize something and then like takes you back to the app, Bing can sometimes have like a mental breakdown. Chrome doesn't have a mental breakdown, and neither does Safari. Actually, well, Safari definitely could. I remember doing the, what was it, tap out or something, you know, where you play a game for money. That used to be my shit as a kid. I used to be like, only gotta play this game for 40 hours to get like £1. I'll take it. But yeah, they used the break. I ended up playing the game for so long and it would not even pay me out. What Lumas are you hunting this time? So right now we're doing Smazy, which is one of the starters. They're a part of the radar, and we already got a 1 in 1,000 Adoraboros. That's how we started the day, 17 minutes in. Got the Adoraboros. Now we're hunting the lovely Smazy. It's also one of our weekly quests up in here. So I'm hoping to get the Smazy, but also kind of hoping not to get the Smazy. But if I don't get the Smazy, yeah, I get 60 feathers, but it's only a 10% cash back. Dun dun. Do do do. Flygon, do you find yourself hunting today? Let's stalk him. No, he's on that budget Monster Hunter game again. That disgusting game. When I do go play it though, I'm like, this game is really, really smooth. Like you can just, yeah. You know, like I play Monster Hunter Generations and I don't get the same feel. It's really weird. It's like, you'd think I'd get the similar nostalgia to like Generations with Rise, because it's like, oh yeah, they kind of got the oldish graphics. Yeah, I just get like serious arcadey feels from Rise. And then it makes it's fun, but it's so weird. So weird. I'm hoping Wilds goes back more to like world gameplay and then adds even more like role play immersion type stuff. Yeah, I'm hunting. I'm gonna beat up a Gara Golem. Is he even worth it? Isn't that the guy with the triple element from the Sunbreak, the green monkey guy? Is he worth it? He seemed so early on. I was like, damn. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Sorry. Demons. Demons. I've only been live for an hour and a half. Where's the time going? We're halfway through this radar though, guys. The rate is about to go to a 1 in 200. We're about to see the shiny monkey. Same monkey, I've just realized. I went into the deepest recesses of my mind to hear DK saying it from Double Dash. I think it's when you switch seats and he's on the back or the front. You hit Z. He'll jump into the driver's seat onto the back and he'll go monkey. And I remember spamming it. Deep memories right there. And I think I was doing it with Wario. Him and Wario. He'd be like, wah, monkey, wah, monkey. It's an urgent quest. I'm going through the story. Wait, have you not beat Sunbreak? Or are you doing it again on a second save file because you're weird? And yeah, I said it. That would be sus. There's no bloody way, dude. I am definitely at the point in my life where I definitely don't think I'll ever see value in that ever again. Like, I never used to do it, but I could see like maybe someone wants that fresh Monster Hunter experience. But for something like Monster Hunter specifically, even like Devil May Cry, I don't know why you'd want to go back to having like no combos. In Monster Hunter, I don't know why you'd want to go back. It's just doing nothing, like having to grind easy drops. Because it's not like it used to be either. I don't know. Like, it's very easy to get what you want reasonably quick. So is it like there's a gameplay arc that you're going through where you're like, oh, I'm weak and now I'm getting strong and then I'm getting weak again because I'm at the end game. It's kind of like you're just weak and then you're strong. It's like, it's a lot more linear. And then you just be in one shot and then your gear doesn't even matter, to be honest. Until you get to the very, very end and then, yeah. But it's so like late. You're already 300 hours in and you're done. This person on their sled, dude, they're poor Xenarith, man. They're just being flung about. The spawn rates for the monkey are so slow because it's typically like a 5% spawn, isn't it? This monkey could spawn quicker. Thanks for all the support on these Temtem streams, by the way, guys. I know it's a little bit different. But yeah, I just don't, like, when learning to drive, along with work, and then learning the policies and boring shizzle around that, and then also just trying to defuse at the end of the day, while having a highly stressful job as it is. Yeah, don't really find myself wanting to hop on and flawless Radon. You know, I don't go off work, I'm like, oh yeah, that's really what I want to do. To really, it's so much fun. I find myself more like leaning towards RPGs, turn-based games, something that will test my brain but not require a lot of button inputs. Like getting a high round in the Tamer Safari is quite nice, without having to do all the running around and dilly-dallying of even other zones, and that is like just raw battling. I don't think I'd enjoy, like I can't even, like, if you quickly look at my games list, like when I get off work, I look at this list and I go, don't want to play that, too much action. Nope, nope, nope. Call of Duty, not even got it installed, not really gonna. Coral Island, kind of did it. Too much on my brain, 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 don't care. Playing this is a chill story. It's mainly story, but then it has pockets of too much on my brain. Monster Hunter Rise, too much on my brain. Minecraft, I would play it, but I kind of want to keep staying blind to it, and I might actually stream it. Even Spyro, I'm like, oh, it could be too much on my brain. I'm like, my brain has I have no capacity for gaming right now. I want to have capacity for gaming, but I just don't. And it's also, like, obviously I could do it, but I think it would make it so like I remembered less, or like I'll be too tired to also spend some time after streaming, for example, learning how to drive, doing a theory. Like, yeah, if I fry myself out too much, none of it's gonna go in. I was so lucky today that I didn't have induction training. I was like, wow, I can get off an hour early. That hour will be spent basically getting in, eating, drinking, and prepping the stream so I can actually go live as a substitute. And you know what? You guys have almost made it pay the exact same, because the lovely Sam who's gifted a sub, and you guys have hung around, giving me some likes, and yeah, it totally paid off equally. So nice. I got a DM, and I think it's a DM from, oh my god, no way, it's Bambi Q. She's talking about Genshin cutscene. Oh my god, she's so confused. I got a credit card, like an upgrade on my credit card, and I cancelled one of my credit cards. And she's still so confused. Even credit cards is something like, there is so much around credit cards being like evil. And they're only evil if you're an idiot. Other than that, it's fine. They come with nice perks. Like being able to strong-arm someone into a refund because they didn't do your shit. Because it's not your money you're paying them with, really. So it's more like, yeah, they have to argue it out with the bank, which ain't happening. Too many times in their favour, especially when they don't actually deliver whatever product it may be. I find myself, funnily enough, like, ordering food with a MasterCard because the payment goes out later for some reason. And I don't know why that is. I pay up for everything, so going into that right now, I used to pay with my Visa for everything. And then I realized MasterCard takes the money out later. So what would happen is my local restaurant would always take like over an hour to fucking deliver, because they'd get my money up front. Like the transaction would go through straight away, and I guess they'd just fuck around. They got my money, like, and basically to refund it would take like 3 days, 4 days on there. Like that's how long you have to wait for the refund to come through. It's just a chore. And there's times where I've ordered from them at like 8 PM and I'll get my food at 11. Really bad. But ever since I started paying with a MasterCard, which is the same as a Visa, it's just a different brand, because they have to fulfill the order before the money goes out, I always got it timely. As for a credit card, not financial advice, but as for a credit card, you can set it up. Every credit card app has this, where you just pay it off in full. So you never lose money using it. Let's say you spend £10 on a credit card. You set it so on the first of every month, it'll always pay off however much the debt is in there. You'll never be charged with any APR. I believe it's called APR? Yeah, whatever. Basically, you basically just use it like a debit card. It's exactly the same, you don't lose anything. But the benefit is, some credit cards come with cashback built in. Debit cards do as well. But then most of the time, they also have additional perks built into their apps and stuff like that. So you can get like, over here, there's a company called, you've got, I think it's Barclays. I don't think Nationwide does one. I think Lloyd's does one. You can get like these reward cards. They give you reward points, so it just give you cash for using the card. So, and like credit, gift cards or cashback. So you just use the credit card when you're shopping in one of their stores that it works with, for like 15% of the money back every time you shop there. If it's your local, like you can either get, like, for me, a local shop that is always around is like Waitrose, Morrison's, and Co-op and stuff like that. These are all pretty close. If you was to get their credit cards, for example, they would give you more like loyalty points when you use their card. You don't lose any money. It doesn't cost anything to have the credit card. All you'd do is get more points and you'd save more money on your weekly shop. The only annoying thing is, firstly, you'd need to build up your credit to unlock the benefits of owning that card, because they won't just give it to you. You'd need to actually show that you have a good credit score by getting a bad card that has no perks. So I had, I think it was a Capital One card. I had like 500 credit and I was on it for like 6 or 7 months because it wouldn't let me buy anything else. I had a good credit score when I got it, but basically they won't let you take out a larger and better card, a larger limit that is. And all these cards that have good perks have larger limits without proving yourself first. So you do that, you show you have a good credit score, then you can start to get like nicer cards. Cashback itself is pretty good. I think the one I got is like 0.25%, which isn't the main thing. But in certain retailers, it goes up to like 15% max. So that's always nice. Like if I was to stack that, for example, with Microsoft Cashback, which is built into the browser, I think Lego right now, you could check it. Microsoft Edge, it's like 4.5% cashback when you buy anything from Lego with Microsoft Cashback. So you stack that with that, you get 20% back. Lego is so expensive. You know, you could easily just buy anything on there for like 200 quid. You just get, you know, 20 quid back. 20 quid back's good. That's not a little amount of money. Every time you do something big as well. Some of these car companies also just like have discounts on actual cars, 5% off. Very good when you're buying a whole car. And then you can stack it with other things. But yeah, basically, if you ever get a credit card, don't actually use it like the credit limit is your money. It's not. You should always pay it off in full, and if you can't pay it off in full, then literally don't do it. You'll screw your entire life. You could imagine a scenario where you have no money but you get paid tomorrow, but you need to pay something right now. You could use a credit card for that too, because you get your money tomorrow and then it'd pay it off on like the 1st of the next month as you set it out that way. And there's no chance of it charging you for missing a payment. I've totally just ranted about credit cards. And again, no financial advice. Just my experience. And kind of, what I did. How did we get onto this topic? But yeah. I cancelled my credit card. I think that was it. Because Bambi asked about it. Yes, I cancelled my credit card. Which I had to ring them to cancel it. Like, you can't just do it for the browser. Like, I just want to cancel my credit card. They didn't, like, hassle me on the phone to do anything. They were like, alright, cool, thanks. I guess they want the call as like evidence if it's ever brought up like legally. That's a little bit more than signing into the account and pressing close account. Yeah, your credit score is a very slow burner with lots of benefits if you build it up. But you again need to be very responsible with it and don't be stupid. And there's a lot of fear mongering around it, but if you just again pay everything off in full, there's no downsides. Zero downsides. Just live within your means basically with it, and don't be stupid. But if you know you're not good at that, then don't do it. If you know you can like I don't drink or anything, so I'm not gonna randomly have a night where I wake up and oh no, I've spent a fuck ton of money in my account. It's gone. What's happened? Oh shit. I ordered how much food? I was clearly just fancying a doner kebab, a pizza, a burger, chips. And then you just don't eat any of it. Has anyone done that? My fam does that. I just order way more food than they need. They'll leave the next day, but it's just like, goodness. How can you eat all that food? Yeah. I like talking, it's weird, I like talking about financial stuff. I find it genuinely interesting. Like, in another life, I would be something financial. The only reason I don't is I can't be asked to do the uni courses and stuff for it. But yeah, I find it really interesting. I find it fun talking about it too. I guess. Like, knowing that you can help someone just get free money is fun. I like free money. There is obviously that whole part of it where you assume someone's maybe a sellout. But, I mean, it's like, it just doesn't matter when I know it helps me a lot. Like, I could care less. If I do, like, if I personally use something that definitely helps me, I'm definitely gonna tell you. Drink or no drink, I've done that. Especially when you go to like a fair. Yes, so that's something that I actively always avoid. Every time we go somewhere, like where did I go recently? Comic-Con. There's like, we bought food from a stall and we knew it was gonna be trash, but it was so fucking trash. Like, we looked for the cheapest place and sadly we didn't spot the Subway hidden under like this staircase. They put themselves under stairs. Bruh, we ended up buying some shitty fucking trailer food, you know, like, it was basically like 12 quid for a burger, I think it was. And it was just a burger, dude. So bad. So bad. And the line was so big, because clearly nobody else spotted the tiny Subway either. I need a sign. What's up, Sass? How you doing? Flygon, we're the same where we bought Monster Hunter Rise twice, basically. Well, actually, I got it through Game Pass, but we played it through twice because of the Game Pass. I love food, so do I. Honestly, I could so easily be super obese. I have to fight myself so much. I could eat so much food. I was actually thinking about it today. I was like, maybe one day in life when I have my house and I'm like 70, I wonder if I'll still have the gluttonous appetite I have now. Like, if I let myself just let loose on food. I could eat so much meat. Wait, what? Oh my god, though. Wait, it's true. It's true. There's so much nice food, dude. Food's so good. Like, even down to the trashy cheap foods you can buy. Like me, Vimto Rip Roll. I don't know why, they're the nice sweets. Bacon super noodles. I could eat that shit. And then to put me straight on to like have a burger or pizza. And then I'll have a doner kebab after that. Oh, what's that? I'm having heart failure. Okay. Sign me up. Baseball games, I'd be like that. $15 for a burger and $9 for fries. Yeah, see, if they let you take food in, I would just pack a lunch. But I don't think they do they? Like, see those prices? It's weird. It's weird. I know I'm in a really weird niche mindset where I'm like, every pound or dollar counts where you are. And I know in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter too much. Like, it is only like an hour's work or whatever, but it isn't. Because, like, especially how I look at it sometimes is, if something costs like 200 quid, that's 200 quid more I need to save later on to get the thing I want. And do I need this thing? Probably not. It's a luxury I am. It's a luxury activity. I don't need to do it. So, I typically choose not to. So, like, since I've came out of school, I've never gone on holiday. Because if I spend like $1,000 on a holiday, that's another entire month of my life I stall getting shit done. If I go, like, even like going out for food with my family, I'm like, do I want to burn 50 quid right now? Do I want to burn 30 quid right now? Admittedly, I do order myself pizza, right? But that's more like to get me through the week, and it's part of like my weekly loop of I don't want to be insane. But that's literally, yeah, I order food, and maybe I'll grab Pepsi for £1. if it's on my co-op deal for like 50p off. This person's really cleary. Food isn't a luxury. It is at that price. Food is life. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You can, like, there's so many things you can buy more cheaply, and it still tastes good. Like, there's these mini pizzas when they go on sale in the co-op by Chicago Town. Those are actually really good. I would love those. Get them for like 120. If they're not on 120 deal and they're like 250 though, I'm like, nah. Rustler burgers as well. How dare they? They're microwavable burgers. They used to be like £1.50 and now they're like £4, $3.50. 2 for $4. And it's like, it's kind of like McDonald's. You know, like on McDonald's, you could always justify going into McDonald's. You could go in there and literally just spend $1, spend £1, spend £1.50. You'd have some food. It will last you till you actually go and have a proper meal, no matter what time it is. You'd have it for breakfast. It'd be £1. And it's actually a cheap cooked alternative. But now it's like, there's nothing under £1.50 in there. I know in America they have their dollar menu and there's nothing at a dollar range anymore. So it's like, yeah, it's more like a $2 range plus if you're over there. And over here in the UK, like, I think their cheapest burgers are like $1.40. But they're so small now as well. They went through shrinkflation and now they're going through price gouge. It's like the worst. We all remember shrinkflation during, like, you know, 2010 to 2020 or so. But now they can't shrink it anymore, so they're like, alright, now it's price bump time. Yeah, you don't even have a dollar menu. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. Because it's like, it's never going to be quality food, and it's always been nice and easily digestible in a sense of, like, just get in there, buy some food and leave. Oh, $1 menu is now like a $3 menu. Yeah. And that's all happened in like 10 years. The thing is though, inflation is typically like 8 to 11% per year, isn't it? Like, and it has been for a bit, I believe. It's been pretty bad. Mainly on like the higher end. But that still does not justify that pricing. It's really interesting how much this sort of thing's jumped. I don't know, it's because of like difficulties in the industry. And various regulations that have been introduced and whatnot, and its adaptation during that time, but these... We don't even look into like vegan foods and stuff where they have to go out of their way to make this food for certain people because they need it for dietary reasons or whatever, but then they have to pay the extra that they need to basically R&D these processes to bring them their food. Like vegan cheese, stuff like that. Gluten-free things because you're a celiac. You just have to pay more. You just have to pay more. It's like, damn, those prices are even more extortionate, and that's just you buying the simple shit. That $5 footlong in the Subway, the sandwich now costs like $22. Yeah, Subway was actually one I always went to. People always bash it. It's just cheap and also very quick. You go in there, you ask for some meatballs, you get some meatballs. Is that a shiny? I don't know, it's slightly more orange. I don't think so. Yeah, he just came out into the sunlight. I was gonna say, I don't know what the Luma looks like. To say slightly oranger? What is this, Pokemon? But yeah, you go in there, you know, you get your meatball sandwich, get some cheese on there, get some lettuce. You ask them to chuck in loads of vegetables, which are good for you, then just cook it. Boom. Done. Basically a ginormous panini. But yeah, prices are rough. If you guys don't, always get like Subway apps and stuff like that. Always get those reward apps. Because I think a lot of people fall into that trap of, I'm only shopping here once, but you don't do that, do you? You don't do that. You probably go into Subway at least once or twice a year, Burger King once or twice a year, McDonald's once or twice a year, and it's not hard to chuck them all in a folder. The amount of like free things I've gotten from Burger King from those reward apps, like, they are good. Especially when you're on a budget. You're trying to save money, but you are near something like that. McDonald's, I've gotten a few free burgers. Burger King, few free burgers. Especially after you, like, if you think the prices are bad now, they'll be worse next year. And at least you can get a free burger next year when it's even worse prices. Because you would have bought something now, which will give you enough points for a freebie. And that's also what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, I'm always about... I'm not that person that buys a fuck ton of coupons and uses them in supermarkets. Like, I'm not to that extreme, but I'm definitely like a... I got every savings app there is. And I will use it. Especially on bigger things. Like, most of the time I don't care when I just go to the shops to buy something, but... if I know I'm going, like, clothes shopping, I'll definitely check and see if I can get, like, big fat percentage off. On top of whatever sale they have in the shop. You get 2 medium pieces for the same price? Yeah, so like my local, if I just want a buy one get one free 14-inch pizza, I think it's like 18 quid. And that's not the worst, but they don't even deliver it either, so you have to go there in person. And it's like 2 pizzas for 18 quid is a lot. Especially when £1 options or £2 options do exist in your local supermarket. So that'd be like $24 for a double large pizza. When you could buy them in the shop for probably like $2 to $3. It's hard to justify it really, because it is just bread, and it is just tomato puree, and it is just mozzarella cheese with toppings. And that's why if they don't do unique toppings, I don't buy. Like every pizza I buy online and stuff, it always has stuff on it that I can't usually get. Like it'll be doner meat, Chinese chicken, pineapples of course, you gotta have pineapples, what? And yeah, it'll be like, you can get jalapenos, but maybe it'll be jalapenos, black olives, something I'm not gonna stock in my house. Because if you're just like ordering a pizza, like 2 of those pizzas, it's just margarita or pepperoni. Yeah, just buy one that you get for your oven. McDonald's, you lose the points though if you don't use them. I've never lost them, and I go out like twice a year to a actually go into a McDonald's. Maybe your McDonald's app works a bit differently there. I don't really have that issue. Also, before the points ran out, could you not like get the McDonald's delivered? They probably have them on every street where you are, right? I heard that just in America that the McDonald's are quite dense, no? You're probably always in a delivery range. I'm just saying, you could always cash them out if need be. But sounds like justification to not save. Like they also just have deals in there. Like I know where the KFC app, the amount of times I've got like 30% off a bargain bucket chicken, and I just save like, you know, I could probably check the app. The prices on their chicken is so crazy. Like I cannot go in there if there's not a good deal. I can't. It's like, do you want like? I'm gonna check right now. It's like 2 pieces of chicken for like 12 quid. I swear. You want a bargain bucket? 20 quid. Let's see. I'm actually so curious. How much is KFC now? KFC app. I'm going in. I'm now curious. I've become curious. If it makes you sign in, I'm going to be very angry. Good. So KFC rewards, let's see. Offers. Yeah, so it's like chips, basically large popcorn nuggets, and a drink for like a $5. That's fine. 6-piece chicken nugget thing on an offer with chips is 16 quid. And if it isn't on a deal and you buy that raw off the menu, I'm sorry, but you're scamming yourself. You're scamming yourself. I can't. It's 16 quid there. I could barely justify it. Barely. Boneless meal with 4 pieces of chicken is 8 quid. Like each piece of chicken, which is what you're really there for, you're low-key paying 2 quid for. It tastes good, but like that's it on sale. I feel like you need the sales. They're so poopy. I'm now curious about like the regular price. I don't think it'll let me look. Let me see. I am curious. Oh no, it's not. It based on out of its range. It won't let me look. Oh, but yeah, rewards apps are good for that. So, problem is you need like 2k points for a burger. They expire like every 60 days, so you only get like 200 points a visit. Every time I've ever bought from McDonald's, I literally buy something and then I can usually get like their cheap burger option. And you know when you go into McDonald's and you're always hungry when you finish? Like, you're not satisfied, rather. Your belly feels like you could have more. Usually that, like, free cheaper burger is enough to, like, bulk it out. Like, I'll have, like, free burgers and chips. It's fine. It sounds like so much, though, but when you're at McDonald's, half that stuff is also so cheap. You'd have, like, 2 Big Macs and then the free burger and then a drink and it'll be like a tenner. And then I'll order a large pizza and it'll be 18 quid. Or I'll order 4 pieces of chicken and some chips for 8 quid. KFC prices, McDonald's pricing is still good, but it is getting progressively more rough. Guys, we're nearly to the end of this amazing razor. Part of me wants to order pizza right now. I have to fight every day, dude. It gets about this time and like pizza. A nice takeaway pizza. I feel like my favorite like oven pizzas, I guess, are like the sweet and sours that you can get with like chicken and various other meats on them. And if it isn't that, it's also a meat feast with barbecue on it or something. Could be tomorrow, don't really mind. I need a meaty ass pizza, okay? We have 35 more encounters of the monkey. The last 600 plus feather radar we did was to Y and we didn't get them. Yeah, we got a Doroboros at that 2 times Luma rate, but if this one fails again, statistically we are not looking good on the radar front. We went from, who was it? What order did we do it in? We got a Luma, it was common. It wasn't FOMO. What was before FOMO? We got a Luma that was like 30 feathers in value. Then we didn't get the Luma. Then we got FOMO. Then we didn't get the Luma to Y. Then we don't get the Luma Smazy. I'm being scammed. Our Big Necks are like $10 here. 13 if you want a fresh. Wait, if you want the fresh. The fresh? What's the fresh? It's the type of burger. And drink unless it. Oh, and actually another thing though. You gotta remember your sizes are different over there, aren't they? I think your mediums are large. And then your large is non-existent here. Like we can't even buy something of that size. So you got to remember, like, our portions are smaller in general. So you do get more with your portion. It's just like the equivalent isn't the same. Fries, not fresh. I think you mean. If you want fries and drink. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. You mean just making it a meal. That's what we call it over here. It's like the burger will be 10. Make it a meal, 13. The profit margin on the chips must be insane. And I know that because KFC, whenever I go in there, I don't know why, but they give you so many chips. Like, you can't even eat all the chips. It's like they don't even measure it out. Whoever's like serving me whenever I go to KFC, you're expecting like 1 bag, they'll put like 4 bags in there. They're like, here's 4 bags. I'm like, did they measure this? I think that they know that the chicken's never enough, so they try to fill you up on potato. But then they give you really nice gravy to dip it in, which is good. They do good gravy. I need to start capping these guys if possible. Or at least cap a few. Yeah, I think the size thing is true. Then we used to have super size on top of that. I'm sad they took that away. I know it was gonna kill you or something, but there's times where I'm like, I would just love to super size something for once, you know? Like, instead of buying like 4 different burgers, just let me like fucking super size that shit and get a heart attack. Like, I'm down. I'm down, I'm ready. My body's been ready for a while. Okay. I want something I can't finish. I need to be full. Fill me up. Because now I can't forget filled up. No, the gravy was KFC chips, bro. The gravy was KFC. I think profit margins on chips are probably really good. And I tell you that because KFC, not McDonald's, but they're all fast food, gives so many chips and then they give you gravy alongside it as an option. And it's like, yeah, they're probably making so much. They want you to get addicted to their gravy with their chips. Or they give you, KFC will give you beans in the UK. You can just get beans. You have your chips. Which is actually, it's kind of nice. They don't, it isn't like Heinz beans. I think they use different, like, proprietary stuff. Hardtack Grill in Vegas. Never heard of it. What is it? What is it? What is it? Guys, I'm probably going to end the stream when this radar finishes. Which I think we have like 25 more encounters. Or so. If we get the Luma, that would be very nice. That'd be very, very nice. I said I'd finish this by 7. I've failed. It's 7:05. I need to finish it because there's caffeine in it. And it needs to start processing through my body, so I will sleep. Which is annoying, because I want to drink it slow. Oh, I got you. Our KFC usually conjoined with an A and W. What's an A and W? What's an A and W, bro? What's that? What is that? You gotta remember as well, you have loads of restaurants we don't get. I don't even think we get Papa John's here, that pizza chain. I don't think we get that. We don't get Sonic, I think is a burger chain you guys have. We don't get... There's loads. We rarely get Wendy's. I think there's a Wendy's in London. And a few other very popular places. We have like select locations. We don't get a lot of different fast food chains. That's why one fast food chain we did get was Pizza Go-Go, but they've stopped delivering to me, man. I'm fucking depressed. I did like their pizza. Their nice corporate proprietary pizza. It was good. I like their garlic and herb. I like it more than the Domino's. And our local Domino's, man. I just hate when you like kind of leave a pizza in the fridge, you get it out and you can see the bread base through the top of the pizza. Because you know there isn't enough sauce and cheese on it to like cover the bread base. It looks covered when it's hot, but once it goes cold, I still want to not be able to see that shit. Kind of makes me feel scammed. It just means they're good at spreading air. It's usually, oh sorry, it's a fast food place. That usually conjoined with KFC. So if you go to KFC and order fries, you're getting fries from A&W. Yeah, that makes sense. Over here, they do like these wedge ones. They're like kind of like wedges. I don't know, it's like an Arby's, McDonald's. They do burger and hot dog. We're actually getting, yeah, there are just a good few chains coming up around here. I'm hoping we get more variety of food, especially like burgers and stuff. Like around here, if you want a burger, you basically have to go to a pub, McDonald's, Burger King, or find somewhere like in London or like other just bigger cities around London, etc. You won't really go into a village and find a place that does burgers unless it's a kebab. And then it's always greasy as fuck and does not have proprietary dips and stuff. You know, part of the experience of these fast food chains is you really like their dip, maybe really like their sauce. Sometimes it's the McDonald's gherkin. Sometimes it's the KFC chicken, breaded, whatever stuff they put on it, you know, skin. Those seasonings, maybe it's... Yeah, just really nice Domino's dip, garlic and herb. Maybe you get into that. This is genuinely what like sets them apart from each other, because pizza's pizza for the most part. Obviously, like the portion of mozzarella and stuff like that is a deciding factor, but yeah. For some reason, like kebabs and stuff in the UK do not do it, and it's really jarring. Like one kebab in the UK is basically the same as all the other kebabs. Same as the Chinese's. Same as the Indians. Actually, no, the Indians can be different. Chinese places are typically all the same though. One sweet and sour chicken ball combo is basically the same wherever you go. It's all reliable. Same as their chicken chow mein and whatnot. Yeah. Hot dogs as well. You don't even find them here. You're more likely to find a battered Mars bar than you are a hot dog. Please. I swear. It's a real thing. And now you're going to be like a battered Mars bar, and I'll say yes, it's disgusting. Imagine a batter around a Mars bar. It's exactly what it sounds like. What? Actually, I'm going to use regular temper cards. Just going to catch me some mezzy. I'm here to learn to their very best. Nah. I've been on holiday, hiatus. Holiday is in just not streaming. And holiday, hiatus, and lack of commitment. But how are you doing, Webby? I just got a diamond achievement. What for? Indecisive. Yeah, literally, that's what I'm saying. Capture a hatch each starter. Oh, apparently I never caught a Smazy. The more you know. But yes. 75 feathers. I'll take it. What's a Mars bar? By Cadbury's, isn't it? This when you're like, what's Cadbury's? I only know Feastables. No, you guys over there have what do you have? No, not Yorkie. Yorkie might be one that's only UK as well. Oh shit, what do you guys have? You have not Wendy's, not Hendy's, not Hazelnut. What's the really popular chocolate that you guys have there that we literally don't even have here? You have. It's as popular as. It's like the second most popular chocolate or the most popular chocolate. Mr. Beast actually always compares himself to it and goes, dude, it's horrible. What is it? Milky Bar equals Milky Way. No, they're actually different. They are different. Hershey's, that's it. I was like, yeah. I was like, Wendy's, Hershey's. Wendy's, we don't get much here though. Yorkie is one of my favorites. It actually is. It's very good. It's like an actual really biteable chocolate. It's just plain chocolate, unless you buy one of the variants. But it is just really, really good. I only discovered it recently, but you can't buy it anywhere. You're gonna need to buy like the small bars with like a breakfast, not a breakfast meal. Oh, my brain! We're buying lunch. But yeah, Hershey's is what I was thinking about. I've been on the Reese's. Reese's we do get here. I don't think they're all that good though. I would never buy them. They're alright though. But yeah, you're home enough time to hang out with you. I'm actually going after this radar, and right here it says the total. We have 2 more chances at the Luma. Here's one. Maybe it will spawn right next to him right now. We'll get the 1 in 200. Fuck you. Well, there's another 1 in 200 chance. I completely failed twice in a row. I'm depressed. It's okay. I think they are the best peanut butter and chocolate option we have commercially in the US. That guy lived, but now he's gonna burn to death. If he somehow survives this burn, which I'm quite sure he will not, I would have caught him. He would have been mine. Oh wait, so you guys wrap chocolate into what? Wait, what do you mean wrap chocolate into a what? Sorry, what did I say? I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna go eat food right now. But gamers, we already got a Luma today, so I can't even be depressed. I can't even be smazy. I was still gonna try and come on. I did the smazy quest. I can't be sad that I didn't get the Luma smazy. I did the smazy. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. Whatever. Can't combine it. I don't know how you spell. Let's combine it. Smish. I don't know. Words are so hard. Honestly, I've been doing this English language thing for 25 years and I am still completely trash. Wait, yeah, so we wrap chocolate in our bar? Like, you're gonna have to elaborate there, Brandon. What's on the menu for today, Twigs? Pizza, probably? It's my diet. Pizza, and more pizza. But no, I'm actually gonna go study and learn to drive after this. I'm gonna go listen to videos and chill about the theory for driving. That's gonna be gorgeous. I'm gonna so love doing that. But yeah, I was going to order pizza, but I'm not going to order pizza. I'm going to open my door, realise food's been done for like an hour. I've missed it. It's cold. I'm going to reheat it probably. And if no one else has done that, I will cook a pizza. Be slightly depressed it's not a takeaway pizza, but then I'll just have to live life as it is. Webby, when are you next going to upload a hardware comparison video? Because I genuinely do watch every single one. And then I realise I don't own any handhelds that operate on Windows or anything like that because I'm still on the basic ass Switch. Where's the Switch 2? Please make it a good console so I can buy physical without like DRM, but with DRM but less DRM, so I can actually like not be connected to the internet to play my DLC. Because if you're on Xbox, you buy a DLC and then you disconnect from the internet. It's like no, you don't own that DLC, so you can't really play your game because half the games have DLC at this point, and then it will be like, oh, you can't access your save file. Love modern gaming. You said more likely to find a Mars bar wrapped in... Oh, sorry, you're still talking about that. Yeah, you're more likely in the UK to find a Mars bar, a battered Mars bar, than you are to find a hot dog being sold as an actual hot dog. Like, you can find hot dogs in, like... they're not pickled, but, like, you know, in jars. Yeah, when you go to like a fish and chips, they won't give you a hot dog. They'll give you a battered Mars bar, which is like a Milky Way, like Webby said, or maybe you've seen a Milky Way, but it's really not a Milky Way. This guy's just he's a pumpkin. So take that as you will. Yeah, they basically batter it like a fish, like a not like with a. They don't tenderize it, you know, batter. You know what I mean. Anyway. I just had a conference, so I'm a little behind. But I'm working on one where you can play VR on your Steam Deck. That is potentially nauseating. I'll leave that to you to experiment with. Yeah, you're always doing that stuff, Webby, honestly. It's torture is what it is. Yeah, I imagine you're going to be swinging your head around at 20 FPS vomiting, dude. Like, okay. But... you need to compare it to an alternative on the market, and that is Nintendo Labo. So that's the competition, and that is the competition. That's what you compare it with. That is a handheld gone VR. So you got an easy sell right there. You got an easy clickable thumbnail, and so you'll be like, wow, this is a step up above the competition. And yeah, 2013 fucking Nintendo Switch is the direct competition. Can it beat Nintendo Labo with the discontinued Nintendo product? Oh my god. So you batter your chocolate. Yeah, now it is cringe, isn't it? I tried one for the first time like last year. I bit into it and I was like, why is... oh god, it's so bad. Batter, chocolate, caramel. It gave me diarrhea. I won't even hesitate to say. I could barely swallow that, and then when I swallowed it, it just came straight out. Like, it was battered, mate. It battered my inside, battered the bar, battered everything. I felt battered. But anyway, guys, you're keeping me. I'm trying to leave here and go and get food. Webby, looking forward to your next video. It is awful. It's disgusting. Brandon, have a good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching as well, Chris, if you're still there. Sam for the gifted sub. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go now. Goodbye. You've all been very lovely. Nice to see you all. Goodbye! Come here! Ah. And all that, I don't know. Go! Leave!